This is how you win your battle. Roll, let's go. Tell your neighbor, say, give me space, give me space, give me space. This is how I win my battle. I shout. Hey! The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunderings, earthquakes were the response to my worship. The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunderings, lightnings were the response to my worship. The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunderings, earthquakes were the response to my worship. The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunderings, lightnings were the response to my worship. First it was fragrance, then it turned to fire. My worship is my way. This is how I win my battles. First it was fragrance, then it turned to fire. Hey, my worship is my way. This is how I win my battles. Everybody said the fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunders, earthquakes were the response to my worship. Hey! The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunders, lightnings were the response to my worship. The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Noises, thunders, earthquakes were the response to my worship. The fragrance of my worship rose up. Noises, thunders, lightnings. Are you ready? Everybody say, first it was fragrance, then it turned to fire. My worship is, this is how I win my battles. Say first it was fragrance, then it turned to fire. My worship is my weapon. This is how I win my battles. Say first it was fragrance, then it turned to fire. My worship is my weapon. This is how I win my battles. So first it was fragrance. This is how I win my battles. Somebody say it again. First it was fragrance. This is how I win my battles. Lift your hands with me. This is how I win, win, win. This is how I win. The smoke of my worship release upon the earth. Aha! This is how I win, win, win. This is how I win. The smoke of my worship
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening to our Ghanaian viewers. Welcome again to another episode of the Footstep Show. As today we'll be talking about impacting your community. But before we zoom in into the conversation, I'm going to give you to Brother Bree, who's going to talk to you about the motivational quote, and we'll be right back.
Alright, today motivational code we are talking about alone we can do so little, but together we can do much. So meaning that when we are in a community and we work together, we are able to really make an impact in that community. It doesn't matter the level of your education or who you are in a community, but it is always wise to come together and make an impact. One person can really rise up and flip a community around with the support of everyone coming on board. And that is so good that we are able to really make impact in our generation. God has blessed you with a lot of talent, but only you cannot do that. I motivate you this afternoon that we all can stand together and do much for our community. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the program.
Welcome back again at the Footstep Show today as we talk about impacting your community. My name is Cecilia, but I go by the name C. So today, our guest speaker today is my brother all the way from Ghana, and he goes by Bernard Eko Agri. So welcome, Bernard.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
So before we go to our questions, I would like to know who is Bernard?
Okay. My name is Bernard Eko from Ghana. I'm a young man who is very energetic, smart, I should say, and I really want to give back to my society and contribute in my little way to make sure that others also enjoy the little that God has given us, and also to affect others positively in my community. So our lives have all been given, and this is what we live to do. So I don't have much to say. This is Bernard.
Thank you so much. So, what impact does the community have in your life?
The impact my community has, I would say that as a child growing up, the environment is a major factor in changing you and in grooming you. Yeah, so I really believe in this philosophy that some of our psychologists and philosophers propounded, that the environment has the power to make you who you are. Growing up, I found myself in an environment which is so caring, in an environment that everybody belongs to, like you feel part of the society, the community.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
someone's mother can easily correct you, someone's mother can easily pick you up and train you and even discipline you without the knowledge of your parent. And so growing up, we became so conscious of the things around us, we became so conscious of doing the right thing. And
yeah.
I thank God for uh, bringing me or letting me belong to this kind of society or community. And I must say that it has really had a positive impact on my life. And I am here today
Yeah.
because of my society or my community. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, right? So
Oh,
my next question
yeah,
would
it
be,
takes a
yeah,
village.
it takes a village to raise a
Yeah,
child. So we heard that a
sure.
lot. So how can you make a
Yeah.
positive impact in your society?
Um, for you to make a positive impact in your society, you must live a purposeful life. You must
Yes.
live a purposeful life. A purposeful life has an important role in impacting our society positively. Your
Mm-hmm.
purpose will help you channel the right energy into every activity that you do in the society. And so, someone will say that living a purposeful life helps you to identify who you are,
Yeah.
where you should go, how you should do your things, and what you should do. And so, for you to have a positive impact on your society, you must live a purposeful life. And then again, also, you must commit to improving yourself and others around you. Improve yourself in terms of reading, improve yourself in terms of education. Just read more, educate yourself more, school more, and acquire more knowledge. That is so important. And so you could see that when you are in the community or the society, after acquiring more knowledge or schooling or broadening your horizon, I should say, you come back and you could easily determine that there are a whole lot of things that are not going on well in your society. And so you feel that you get the urge to come and make a change in your society. And so for you to have a positive impact in your society, you must commit to improving yourself and then commit to improving others. When you commit to improving others, it helps you to know that yes, you yourself, you have to do more before you can also pour out more onto others, for others to have enough, or for them to also be corrected. And then also you must stand for the truth. Honesty is very important. It's a great virtue. When you stand for the truth, it helps you correct a whole lot of things. It takes you from following the norm that this is how we do things, but you should always stand for the truth. And when you stand for the truth, it helps you to correct a whole lot of things in the society, and it brings a positive impact. Then again, we can also say that for you to have a positive impact on your society, you must set personal and societal goals. When you set personal and societal goals, it helps you to rearrange your life, and then it helps you to most at times identify certain things that need improvement in the society. And with that, you can easily see that out of certain personal goals and societal goals, you can easily see that you are becoming a leader and leading a lot of people in the society to certain way or to accept certain positive lifestyle in the society. And then again, you must respect everyone in the society. Respect is very important if you really want to make a positive impact in your community or your society. And then we can also talk of staying positive. Staying positive. A proper impression can be made in society when you stay positive. And so this includes being positive in your words, being positive in your actions, being positive in everything that you tackle in the society. So even though things are really not well or going well in the society, but because you are staying positive or you have that positive mindset, you can easily draw out possibilities from impossibilities in the society. And when you are able to draw out possibilities from the things that are not possible from the society, it easily gives you solutions to a lot of problems that the society is facing. And so I believe that with this little that I've said, if you really put it into practice, definitely you are going to impact your society positively. And I tell you that you are going to see a change in your society. We all have something we can offer change in the society.
Yeah. So I think what I've gathered from this thought, I never thought about it. Like, I know I was always volunteering there, but I know that we need to respect our community very well, because it's the same community that will help you to success in life, you know. So without the community, and you have to be respectful. Without them, let's say you're nobody. So I know you have a few foundations in Ghana, and I would like to know, how do you come with these foundations?
How we came about these foundations. Okay, first of all, we have the Project 1000 Foundation, which deals in evangelism and charity. And then we have the Make a Life Foundation, which also deals with assisting children to unearth their talent, and then also assisting children in terms of their health and education. And we took our inspiration from Luke 2:52, when it says that and Jesus grew in wisdom, in stature, and in favor before God and man. And so before everyone can become a fulfilled Christian adult, you must be active in mind, you must be healthy, you must have a good relationship with the people around you and your society, and then your spiritual aspect, your spiritual life must also be so strong and healthy. So we took our inspiration from this, and we realized that we can come out with a lot of ideas and a lot of foundations or initiatives just to assist our community, because we realize that some of our members, our community members, in terms of education, cognitively, they have challenges. So our foundation will solve certain cognitive issues. And then we realize that in terms of health, some of our community members are having challenges with health, even hygiene and proper upkeeping and all that. We saw some challenges in the community, and even our spirituality and our socio-emotional aspect also. And so this encouraged us to come up with these kind of ideas or initiatives, just to help in our own small way, and then to make the life and the world a better place for us all. We were able to get a little opportunity to get to where we are. By the grace of God, we've had a lot of exposure, so we thought it wise to come back and then set up this to just help others to also, even if they won't get to where we've gotten to, they will be closer, or they will even be above where we've gotten to. And so this is what motivated us to come up with the Make a Life Foundation. the Project 1000, and then we also have the Royal Theatre where we groom youngsters and using their talents in the right way. Yeah, so this is what motivated us to come up with all this.
Oh, that's great. I think I need to be part of the Royal Theatre. I think I need to be part of that group.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can get access there. I know we're in this era where COVID-19 just came and shut us down. So would you say that COVID-19 played a role for you to open these foundations?
When COVID came, we already had these foundations, but
Okay.
COVID has come to teach us a lot. It has come to teach us a lot as a world. We have to be smart, and then technology-wise, we have to be smart. Yeah. So COVID didn't really influence us much in setting up these foundations, but we thank God that when COVID came, we already had these foundations, and so we really contributed in helping others who have been affected by COVID rather. So we have really made a lot of impact during the time of COVID, and we've really offered a lot of support to people. So COVID didn't really influence us in setting up our foundations, but we have rather contributed a lot in times of COVID. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's great to know that you guys had your organizations before COVID came, and you used that opportunity to help others through this hard time. Because a lot of people went through a lot this COVID, especially losing of jobs, being stressed, like mental health issues coming in because of this COVID. So I'm very glad that you guys were able to use your foundations to help people in need. So why is it essential to help your community?
Helping our community, I always say that, especially with the little ones that we have rejected in the community. When you help your community, I believe that when you get to the top alone, you won't enjoy. But when you get to the top with others, that is where you will enjoy. And so in helping our community, it helps us to be stronger together. It helps us to be stronger together. And then again, when we take the little ones that are coming up, when we reject the little ones, and then we force them to be bitter, and then when they become bitter, hatred will fill their heart. And so you could realize that in the next 15 years, in the next 20 years, these children that we rejected in our society, they will come back with hatred and then pull guns on us. And so if we refuse to assist our society and make better impact, especially with the children that are coming up, we will not find peace in our community, in our society. And I don't think that we will be so glad to see our society being peaceless, or I should say, if grammar will permit me. And then they're seeing a lot of armed robbers, you going to sleep and having all these fears around you that you should lock up your doors with all kind of security padlocks and all kind of metal doors so that you will be free. But I believe that if we are going to contribute in our own small ways, we are going to enjoy peace. And we being Christians also, we take our inspirations from Matthew chapter 10 verse 8, which says that heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leprosy, drive out demons. Freely you have received, and freely you should also give. And so in helping our society, it's a biblical mandate. It's a command from the Lord, just to give back what we have received, because it is free. And so we have to also give back freely. It helps us to know peace. and then it helps us to enjoy together. We become stronger when we assist each other. Yeah.
It says rescue the dying, care for the dying, and rescue for the perishing. So we'll take a short break, and when we'll be back, we'll continue with our conversation of how impacting your community with your talent. So we'll be right back. Everybody, welcome back again. If you join us just right now, my name is C, and we're about to talk about how impacting your community with your talent. And we have our guest, Brother Bernard Echo Agre, which will continue our conversation with him. Welcome back, Bernard.
Oh, thank you.
So as we're talking about impacting others, especially the young ones who are coming up positively, so they don't become like bad people in the society. So how can you use your education to help the community?
Okay. With education, I believe that when you have knowledge about something, you spread awareness. And so, for instance, you've been educated as a nurse, and you find yourself in a certain community that has a hygiene issues. You use that education as a nurse, you come back into the society or the community, and then you organize or you spread awareness on the consequences of filth or an unhygienic environment. And so you spread awareness with your education. And then also, when you are educated, it opens your eyes and your mind. And so it helps you to stand up against wrong. And then you choose right. And so in a society where people have little knowledge about certain things, that, as I made mention of health issues, you stand up for what is right. And then you stand up against wrong also. And so it helps you to become an example when you want to affect your community with your education. It also helps with progress as well, because if you take up all these initiatives, I believe that yes, indeed, there would be productivity, and when there's productivity, there's progress. Again, when with the little education that you have, you can connect across borders. Digital education and all that, you can bring in those kind of innovations in your community, where you can help in showing videos of certain wrong impact and activities that has wrong impact on the society. And with all this kind of educations, you can really have positive impact on your society. It gives also empowerment as well. Yeah, so education improves our decision making abilities. And so in making decisions, when they are making decisions or drawing plans for the society, decisions that would improve the life of the people in the society, you could see that you have that kind of decision making capability. It makes us mobile and gives us access to social network as well. And so we empower the people in our society with the little education that we've had. For example, I have had the opportunity to do health courses, and then some courses on social work. I have learned a lot about psychology, and currently I'm having my master's in project management. And so when I get into the community or the society, I identify certain issues or certain challenges in the society. And so with the little education I have, I look at where I fall in. If it is health issues, with the little health courses I've been able to do, I bring in the knowledge into the society and try to correct certain challenges. When it comes to child psychology, I pick cases who have abuse cases, and psychologically you could see them that they are not sound. I pick them, I counsel them, and through that you could see that with our own little education that we have in certain areas, we are bringing it into the society and we are making impact in our own small way. So it's not always about money, but when we read a lot, when we acquire knowledge a lot, when we educate ourselves a lot, and when we improve ourselves and build capacity, we could see that we can turn the face of our community or our society. Yeah, so education can have a major impact on our community and change the face of how things look like.
Yeah, that's very true. It's like my workplace. We have, because I'm an early child educator, and I know that my workplace, most of the teachers that we have, they used to work at the bank, they used to be engineers. So sometimes, like when you want to ask them questions, oh, I remember this person works at the bank, so I can ask them such questions, and they help you to impact the communities around. So even though we are like educated, everybody has their own different talent that they use to help others, which is very true. So I think education goes in a long way to help others. And like maybe if they have a question, they won't be scared to ask you because they know that you've been at the bank before, or you've been an engineer and they need your help in certain things. So which is very good. So our viewers, don't forget, if you're educated, use your little education that you have to train others, because you never know how far it can bring them in the future. So why is it very important to help others in the community?
Yeah, so I think this can be connected to what I said earlier, that when we help others, we become stronger together. Yeah, so it also reduces overdependency. If I'm the only person who has knowledge in law in my community, I tell you that everyone in the community will bring their law issues and their other issues to me. And just look at the frustration I will go through if I'm the only person who has been able to get a knowledge in health, become a doctor in my society or the community I live in. Just imagine a day, the kind of issues, health issues that people will bring to me. So it reduces over dependency. Yeah, it reduces over dependency. And I said also that when you get to the top alone, you won't enjoy. And so when you are going to the top and you have people with you to the top, I think it's really fun, and it improves our community as well, because in helping each other, we become stronger, and the more we become stronger, the more we can be able to build together, and the more we can be able to build together, the more we can be productive together, and the more we can be productive together, the more we can see progress together, and the more we can see progress together, the more we can make a lot of changes in the society together. And so in helping the society, it's very essential. It's very, very important.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
very
Essential it's very essential to give and help others, because you don't know how they can go in the long run in the future. They can always remember you. Oh, I remember Bernard helped me in certain things, and because of him, I am who I am today, right? Or C helped me because of this, so I'm able to go for it. So, how does the volunteering benefit the community? Because I know you touch a bit on that, but how can it go in the long run?
When we talk of volunteering, I think it's like unconditional giving. It's a sense of compassion. It's a sense of compassion. And so it is not easy for someone to just get up and say, I want to be a volunteer. That kind of sense of compassion that you have, that will just push you to become a volunteer. And so for how is it important with volunteering in our your community? It helps us in so many ways. One is that when we are all having that spirit of compassion, I think that with your letter, with my letter, with the letter that we all can bring together to make the society a better place for us all to live in, we can see that together we can build, and together we can make impact. And so if you have, you said you are into child
educator,
what?
Childhood.
You're a child educator, early childhood educator, yes. So you can bring up your knowledge in that aspect. I am also, I would say, a social worker, a psychologist. I can also bring up the little I can offer. So you becoming a volunteer, I becoming a volunteer, Brother becoming a volunteer, someone becoming a volunteer, other one also becoming a volunteer. It's just like putting up a burden, and someone is into carpentry, others are also into masonry, others are also into steel bending, others are also into woodworks and other stuff. You could see that I will start with the masonry. Other one who has the knowledge in woodwork will also put up the doors and the windows. Other person who is also into roofing will also do the roofing. Other person who is also into steel bending will also bend the steels for us to do the raise the pillars and all that. So you could see that in the end, the little knowledge, the little after volunteering and putting up our knowledge and our expertise together, we have built a solid edifice. And that is how it is to become a volunteer, to make impact in your society. So I would urge all of us to volunteer in our own small ways. If you are bringing your knowledge, I'm also bringing my knowledge. Someone is also bringing the knowledge together. When we put them together, just as I cited this scenario of putting up a burden, we will have a great and a strong and a beautiful edifice. That is, we will have a very beautiful community. You play your part, I play my part, and together we build our community.
That's true. I know you said you are doing a master's right now, but when it comes to school, do you encourage other students to also take part, maybe in your foundation or even in volunteering as well? So, like how can they? It's like this is a two-in-one question. So, how can they help to contribute while they're students?
Yeah, whilst you are a student, it is wonderful to be a volunteer or contribute to making impact in your society. I remember I had the idea of setting up a foundation, this Make a Life Foundation. I had the idea when I was in SHS, that is the senior high school. That's when I had the idea. I got to realize that since class 1, my parents will not allow you to throw out away your textbooks and your pencils and your pens and other stationaries. And so I had piled all of them in some big boxes.
Wow.
And so during my SHS days, I realized that I have this feeling to just give back to the society, but I don't have money because I'm a student. My parents are paying my fees and giving me chop money. So what can I do in my own small way? Yeah, so I started looking for children who don't have textbooks.
Okay.
And so I would just go through my textbooks and see the one that is at their level, and then give them out to them. Then again, after SHS, when I closed from school, I was a day student. So when I closed from school, I just gathered the little kids around my area, and then I have this blackboard. They will all bring their chairs from the house. I sit them down. I teach them literacy and numeracy. And then when I got to SHA, because I had knowledge about some of the courses in DHS, that's the junior high school, I gathered some of my colleagues who are also in SHS, and then those our colleagues who were about writing the BEC, we just organized extra classes for them. We taught them mathematics, English, science, and other courses. And then we also pick children who have educational needs, and then we provide them. We were students, but we're still doing this. You can start in your own small way. You don't need to start big. You don't need to invest a lot of money into it. But with your own small way, look at how I started this. And my piled up textbooks is what gave me the motivation to address the educational needs of others. And then the little knowledge that I had when I got to SHS, I gathered some of my colleagues. We came back, gathered those who are yet to write BEC. We took them through extra classes, and by the grace of God, they all passed so well, and some of them are even in the medical school, others are in the university, some have completed. In your own small way, so you donate your clothes as well. You are a student, you don't have money to make a lot of impact, but someone needs your clothes, someone needs something to wear. You could see that someone doesn't have. You can just pack all those clothes, old clothes, and then give it to them, just to make sure that we are all at the same level. We are all covered up. If you have those old shoes, we just give them out. So you are a student. You shouldn't always wait for you to complete school, get that money, and before you can be able to make impact. And so you encourage others as well. Even you trying to go up and then climbing that educational ladder is also another way of making impact in your community. And the youngsters that are coming up, you serve as a role model. and then you pick up, as I said, just love volunteering. Allow others to connect to you and share the little that you know, the little that you have with them, and it will be so marvelous the impact you will make as a student. Yeah.
My school time, I know they say, oh, if you volunteer, it will help you in the long run, especially on your CV, especially when you're going to apply for jobs. Some of the jobs like to look at your volunteering page. So I remember me, I think I did almost half a page of volunteering, like what I've done since I was in high school, so till date. So it's huge. Yeah, it's true. So I think volunteering is very important, choice viewers. Please don't forget to volunteer, because you never know in the long run who you impact in the long run. So always remember to volunteer. It doesn't mean that you need to have money to start. It's little things like our brother said. He was packing books at SHS, and he helped out with those books. And guess what? Most of them are successful in medical field, in any field that they are. So this will take another short break. And then we'll have one more question from our viewers if they have, and then we'll call it for a day. So we'll be right back. Hello, cherished viewers. Once again, welcome back. If you just joined us, welcome. As we are talking about impacting your community with your talent with our guest from Ghana, Brother Bernard Echo Agri. Welcome back again, Brother Bernard.
Thank you.
Yes. So as we had our little break, I had a question, private message, and someone asked, can you mention of one of the stuff that you did with either of your foundations, whether it's Project 1000, Make a Life, or Project Theater? Brother, can you hear me?
So one of the stuffs I did, if I had you right.
Yeah.
All right. So with a Make a Life Foundation, we had a small girl, I think 3 years old, who is suffering from cancer of the blood, and with my foundation, we're able to raise enough money. I think the doctors were looking for 60,000 Ghana cedis. I don't know how that is in dollars, but that is 60,000 Ghana cedis. 600 million old Ghana old currency. So my foundation, that's Make a Life Foundation, raised a lot of funds for the child, and by the grace of God, we've had about 40,000, and little girl has started her chemo, and she's now doing so well. With the Royal Theatre, we gathered a lot of youth, and then we trained them in choreography, drama, poetry, and other stuff. So a lot of them are also doing so well. And with the project 1000, we have really made a lot of impact in about 2000, the lives of about 2000 people.
Oh, wow.
We have through the partnership of other organizations also, we've been able to set up pavilion for certain villages, provided them with clean water. We have supported a lot of churches with instrumentals, with pavilions, with chairs, and we have also set up reading clubs in certain villages that we have volunteers there that are training them and then guiding them through reading and literacy and numeracy. We also have people that sponsor us with books and other stuff. So we've made a lot of impact, but this is the little I can share. A whole lot of impact. We are writing them in one exercise book. It will be enough.
Wow, that's great. So another question I had in the private message again, the person, do you have any upcoming projects or any other activities that is rounding around your foundation?
Yes, for now we have identified certain remote villages in the western region. Some of them have to travel like an hour before they can get potable water. Some of them even drink water from streams and rivers. Yeah, unhygienic environment. Because they don't have, that's the only option they have. So we are looking at constructing boreholes for 3 villages for them to get clean water. And then we are also looking at providing desks and computers to 2 villages in the western region. And recently we had one school calling in that their roofing is really bad, so whenever it rains they have to close and go home. So we are looking at taking up that project also. So we have a lot of projects that we are undertaking right now, as I have mentioned. But the major one is the little girl that we are trying to save her life. So we are still raising funds and talking to people to come in to support us raise enough to save the little girl who is going through cancer of the blood. It's very painful.
That's great. I'm just going to read a few comments on Facebook, and it says from Reverend Azundam, it says keep it up. Another one from Auntie Sandra said beautiful Mr. Bernard. Auntie Cynthia said keep it up. So so far so good. Good job, Brother Bernard. So how do you if someone is asking, how can they contact you in case they want to donate towards your upcoming project, or even the little girl who has a cancer of blood?
Okay. If you want to donate, you can just contact me on WhatsApp, and then I will show you how you can bring in your donation or your support. The number is +233 240 709897 +233 240 709897. You can just transfer any little amount that you have, just for us to make impact and save lives, because this is what the Bible is telling us to do. This is a command that we become each other's keeper, and then we help to lift others up. God loves a cheerful giver. And one thing that I always say is that when you become a giver, God himself is a giver. the Son is a giver and the Holy Spirit is a giver. So in the kingdom of God, it's made up of givers. When God the giver gave his Son, and when his Son the giver came to the world, he gave his life. And when the Son the giver was departing, he gave the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit also gives us his giftings. And so when you become a giver, you become a funnel that when anything is manufactured from the heavens, it will pass through you. So you become God's main distributor, or God's agent of distribution. Yeah, so when you are a giver, you will never lack. You always have it in abundance.
That's true. Amen. That's really true. Are you on these social media handles in case you want to follow you on social media as well, or?
Okay, on social media, we are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. The handles are many. You can search Project 1000 and you'll find out what we do. And then you can search Make a Life Foundation. That one also is there. And the mother of all these initiatives is the Bernard Echo Agri Initiatives. And that gave birth to Royal Theatre, Project 1000, Make a Life Foundation, and then the Sizeless Holdings. That one, we do businesses, and the proceeds that come out of the business, we push them to making impact in the society. Yeah, so you can just type any of these and you'll get to know what we are doing.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Brother Bernard. What is your take-home message to anybody who's wanting to have their own foundation?
I would say that it is not easy. Setting up a foundation is not easy. When you start from the beginning, if God does not intervene, you get stuck on the way, because how to raise funds, and then how to take up projects, how to put up structures, it's not easy. But we started just like this. There are times we share flyers and we don't even get one cedi. We share flyers and we get insult and all that. But here we are now. With time, the Lord will bless the seed. And so don't give up. Just keep up the vision. Pray more, and then pray for God's guidance. And then let the Spirit of the Lord fill you and guide you in everything. But in all, if you want to set up a foundation, read more, build capacity, educate yourself, love education, love knowledge, because it has a lot to do with reading, education, knowledge, and all that. And it's a wonderful thing to do. When you don't give up, and later you sit back and you see your handiwork, you could see that it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. So there's the letter I will leave with anyone who has the passion to be compassionate.
All right. Thank you so much. Like he said, our brother, prayers, keeping up the vision, being compassionate about it. That's all it takes to have your own foundation, and also financial aspect too. So thank you so much, Brother Bernard. Thank you for accepting and availing yourself to talk to us about your foundation and how you're impacting the community with your talent. On behalf of the whole team, we say thank you so much for watching us again. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and on Instagram with the Footstep Show. So if you're looking for us, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, the Footstep Show. We'll see each other again in 2 weeks, in 2 Saturdays, Saturday, July 24th, same time on Facebook and on YouTube. So thank you so much, and have a good evening to our cherry viewers. Thank you so much, Brother Bernard.